All right, here for SWOSUathletics.com, we got the head coach Tami and Kendall Smith of the SWOSU softball team giving a little season preview. First, coach, could you kind of give us a little overview of your team, where we stand after everything last season, your off season, and how your team's doing right now?
I really like where we're at right now. We're strong. Our pitching unit is strong. We have 4 healthy pitchers. Overall, we're very strong as far as with our lineup, our speed. I really like the outlook of where we're at and where we want to go.
And then, the conference released the preseason poll last week, and they didn't think the same, kind of picked you guys lower down towards the bottom, picked you 10th.
Sure.
With a young team and low expectations, but what are your expectations for your team this year?
I don't feel like we're young or inexperienced at all. I mean, if you look at Kendall and Ashley, for instance, they were sophomores last year, got consistent playing time and produced with that playing time. So I like the kids that we've brought in to join them and the pitching staff that we've brought in to join Julianne. So I think, sure they picked us there because of the way the Indians were last year, but it's just a preseason ranking. It has, like I told the team, the only thing that matters is what we think. So.
Right now, Kendall, you're one of 6 returners on the team this year. What's it like to be one of the few people that's back and kind of the core of the team this year?
I think it's really a privilege. We kind of brought in a lot of the new people to fit around us, and I think it's just a really big leadership role that we have to take on, and I think we're doing a pretty good job with it.
And how do you feel your practices have went, not only in the fall, but since you've gotten back here to school and for the spring semester?
It's gone really well. We had to kind of tweak a few things and move some people around, but I think it's gone pretty well, pretty smooth.
Now, what kind of expectations do you have for your team this year?
I have really big expectations for the team this year, especially with a lot of these new people. We have something out to prove this year, so I'm really looking forward to a good season.
Who are some of your new teammates that people might not have seen yet that you think should be some players to look for?
Rose Marston, she's going to be playing infield for us this year. She's a really solid hitter. She's a good defender. Adrienne Martinez, she's one of the pitcher's sisters, Julianne. She's going to be good for us. She's going to step up at the plate also. And there's just a lot of infielders, a lot of outfielders. Ashley Dunnigan, she's one of my good friends, and Nikki Brandt, she'll come for us in the outfield too. So it's going to be good.
And Coach, you kind of started talking about your pitching staff. You've got Julianne back, who had the majority of the wins last season. She was your number 1, but you brought some people in to fit in around her. So kind of talk about your coach or your pitching staff.
We did. Of course, like you mentioned, we have Julianne back, and she really started to just come into her own by the end of last year, and I think she's already starting at that same point that she ended at last year. But along with that, we have a big arsenal of support, I guess you could say. We have Mallory Davis, who came in from Labette Junior College, and she's just impressive. I mean, you just can't shake her on the mound. She was first team all-conference where she was at. I think with the experience that she had and coming into our program is going to be huge. We also have Molly Vivo, who came from Foothill College, and I believe she was second team all-conference at her conference. And not to mention Jordan Haney, who's just a workhorse out there for us day in and day out. And she can also swing it a little bit. So the depth that we have on our pitching staff is going to allow Julianne to have the time off that she needs, and everybody else is going to be able to step up. And I really like where we're at as a pitching unit.
And Kendall started talking about a few of your players individually. Who are some of the players that you're looking to, whether it be returners or newcomers, to step up and have a big season for you?
Well, I'm going to talk about our returners just a little bit. I expect big things from Kendall and from Ashley. Like I said, and whenever I sold a lot of the new coming recruits, was that they want to come and play with these kids because they're so passionate and they just love the game so much, and they're just completely team-oriented. And along with that, you saw how they excelled, having a consistent time of playing. I think we're going to see those same production numbers from Courtney Miller, who's going to get a lot of playing time and consistent playing time, and Caitlin Deason. And they're sophomores for us this year, so I'm expecting big seasons from them. Another one I think that is going to be a surprise for people is going to be Kaylin Klimmer. The girl can really swing the bat. She's a good catcher for us as well. I think that she's going to really start coming into her own as well. The newcomers would be, like she already mentioned, Rose Marston and Adrienne. I really think they're going to put up big numbers, just like Corey Orr did last year. But along with that, Ashley Dunnigan is just amazing. She's amazing with the glove. She has speed for days. She's very impressive. And all of them have the passion, the same kind of passion and drive that, that we have with our core. And that's what we were looking for.
Now talk about the schedule a little bit. I know you'll play a full round robin with the Great American Conference, but then within this region, the national champions within the region, you got some really good non-conference games as well. Kind of talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I'm excited about our non-conference schedule. Actually, we start off with Highlands, which is a good series we've been trying to get developed for a while. But then along with that, our first tournament is to go to that Bentonville tournament, or the Monticello tournament in Bentonville. And it's a great crossover, a regional crossover tournament for us to play. We don't get to see many in-region, out-of-conference teams. And that allows us to see Duluth. It allows us to see Emporia. It allows us to see teams from other conferences that are going to be big in us being able to be ranked regionally. And that's our goal. I mean, we really want to make that NCAA tournament. It's always our goal to be able to get there. And the only way you can get there is to be able to play those teams and be successful with that. Along with Emporia, we've got a standing date with Fort Hays. We've got a standing date with Fort Hays where we go back and forth and play them. And that, again, is a big in-region game for us.
All right, well, thanks for the time this afternoon, ladies, and good luck this season. First game February 1st at home against New Mexico Highlands.
Thank you.
Thank you.